Hi, everyone. Tim Kitzo here with you along with baseball legend Jim Shorts. And we have got a great game coming up today, Jimmy, so sit back and relax. It's time to play ball. And here's the batter to lead things off. Sends a rocket to the alley and left. Shinzo, and this one's going to be out of reach. Lofton heads for second. Rounding second. The throw to third. Safe. No outs, man on third. Pitch on the way. Sends a blast right field. And Lofton scores to put his team ahead. And Durham is up first with a single. No outs and a man on. Delivers. Got under that one to left field. And Bonds makes the catch. One out, runner at first base. Chopper right side. And he's out at first base. There are two outs. Runner on second. Hernandez with the windup. Valentine takes a strike, 0-1.
Looks like Tim, he's waiting for a pizza delivery guy. You know, he's got to start swinging or else he's gonna be the pizza delivery guy.
And that's line foul. Good eye there on the pitch outside. That was a tough pitch to lay off. That shows great patience at the plate. Got under that one to center field. Durham heading for home. And Shinzo makes the catch look harder than it needed to be. And that ends the top half of the inning. After one half inning of play, Chicago leads by 1.
Boy, I love the smell of hot dogs in the morning.
And here's the batter to lead things off. And that ball hit him. He's just twisting around like a helicopter. This guy's about 3 feet off the ground right now. He's going to go out there and talk it over with the pitcher. No outs, man on first. Sharply, but foul. Gets under it to left field. And Lee pulls it down.
They'd really like to get a hit here.
One out, man on first. One to deep right field. And Ordonez makes the grab. 2 outs, a man on base. Hit sharply to the shortstop. And Clayton pulls it in. And that'll do it for the bottom half of the inning. After one inning of play, Chicago leads by 1.
Lots of pretty women at the ballpark. Oh, boy, to be young, huh, Tim?
And here comes the batter to the plate to lead off the inning. a blast to center field. And Shinjo with the showboat catch. One out, nobody on base. Hit in the air to center field. And Shinjo pulls it in with the fancy catch. Two outs, nobody on base. Oh, it hit him. Ow. And so there are 2 outs and a runner at first base. Line foul. And he can't pull the trigger for called strike 3.
I love this pitcher.
At the middle of 2, the White Sox lead by 1.
Happy birthday to Gerard Gorgon, celebrating with his family here at the ballpark. I don't think I read that right.
And here comes the first batter to lead off the inning. And he gets under it, and that'll go foul. And Ordonez makes the play look difficult. 1 out, nobody on base. Snow takes a called strike. The count is 0-1.
Tim, do you see all day behind me? Because I ain't got all day for this guy to swing and do something.
Releases. Hard ground ball towards short. Out at first. You know, if he run a little bit harder, he might have made that.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, well, that makes sense, Tim.
2 outs, nobody on base. Hit sharply, but foul. And he holds up on the pitch in close.
He is, you can't fool this guy.
Hit high and deep. This one could go. And it does. Touch it all. It's a home run. And Santiago ties the game with 1 swing of the bat. This guy has tremendous upper body strength. He really whacked that one.
In my day, the fences were out at 450 feet. Not too many cheap home runs back there, Timmy.
That was a moonshot. The moment that left his bat, you knew it was gone.
And that just got over the wall.
Two outs, nobody on base. This guy has got quite an arm, huh, Jimmy?
He's got huge arms, Tim. Look at that at home.
There's a shot to the shortstop, and he is out at first. After 2 innings, we're all tied up. Today's How Far Did That Ball Go Anyway winner will be chosen after the game. Brought to you by the folks at Cheap Seats Airlines. You'll like our fares. They're cheap, like you. You've never seen a cheaper looking seat. That's coming up a bit later. And here comes the batter to lead things off this inning. Hit high in the air. This one has a chance. And it's gone! A home run! puts his team ahead by 1. Oh, man, that ball got out of here in a hurry. He really teed off on that one.
The ball just barely made it out of here. That was a nice home run. Hey, but did you see, remember the guy in The Natural in the movie when he hit the cover off the ball?
Is that a baseball movie, Jimmy?
You've never seen The Natural.
Durham, 1 for 1 on the day. A run-scoring single in his last attempt. Fly ball, left field. And he pulls it down. Ordonez, 0 for 1 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. 1 out. Bases are empty. The pitch. Hit hard left side. The play at first. And he is out. There are 2 outs. Bases empty. And he lifts this one to right field. And Sanders reels it in. And that ends the frame. Going to the bottom of the 3rd, the White Sox lead by 1.
Hey, Tim, when you go to a baseball game when you're a little kid, how many hot dogs did you eat at once before you puked?
Hard to believe, Jimmy, but I have never eaten a hot dog. Love the Chinese, though. Isn't that funny? I'm into Mushu big time. And now the pitch. The ball is lined over the second baseman's head. And Durham puts it away. 1 out. Bases are empty. Burley, the windup. Shinjo takes a called strike. 0-1's the count. Yeah, Jimmy, I saw this kid in batting practice today. He was just pumping them out. It just one moonshot after another, and now comes game time, and it's all knuckles, white knuckles. Fly ball, foul territory.
I broke my knuckles once.
Yeah, they are ugly, Jimmy. And he looks at one inside.
Good thing you didn't swing at that one, Tim. That was terrible.
There's a drive, well hit to deep right field. And Ordonez makes a nifty catch. There are 2 outs. Base is empty. And he doesn't bite on that pitch inside.
Good thing he didn't swing there.
And he laces one over the shortstop. And Lee pulls it down. With 3 innings in the books, Chicago leads by 1. Today's Breaking a Sweat play of the day is brought to you by Sport Water. Try their new Mississippi Blackwater or the original Yellow River Sport Water. Who asks, is it coming out of you? Valentin, 0 for 1 to this point. Flying out his last at bat. And he shows a good eye holding up on that pitch.
He is a smart batter.
And he ropes one to short. Valentin rounding first. And Valentin is on second with a double. No outs, man on second. Lee stares down the pitcher. The pitch. Spikes it hard to deep left field. And he puts it away. One out with a runner on second. Fires. Sends up a drive to right field. And Sanders makes the catch. There are 2 outs. Runner on second. Good eye on the pitch inside.
I can't tell if he's genius here or if he's just afraid to swing.
Hernandez, now the windup. And he scorches one over the first baseman's head. Valentine heads for home. 1 run is in. And Alomar pulls up at second with a double. Burley, nothing doing today. Struck out in his last at bat. Steps in. Releases. Burley takes a strike, 0-1.
Now that was just a great pitch.
Fly ball, center field. Shinjo fields it on the bounce. And Burley has himself a single. 2 outs, runners at the corner. Sends up a drive left field. And Bonds pulls it in to end the frame. And that'll do it for this half inning. And so in the middle of the 4th, the White Sox lead by 2.
Tim, what's your favorite food when you're on the road? Like, we're in this beautiful city. What's your favorite food to order?
Big fan of the Chinese, partner. Mushu. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Ah, Tim, he missed that one low.
Hit on the line over the first baseman. Ordonez, he can't come up with it. Bonds heading for second. And Bonds has a double. Kent, 0 for 1 to this point. Flied out his last at bat. No outs, runner at second. Digs in. Drives one to left field. He makes the grab. Sanders, 0 for 1 thus far. Flied out his last at bat. The throw to second, and he's back safely. Burley, and here's the windup. He didn't miss that one by much, but he's in the hole 0-1. Burley winds up, and he ropes one over the shortstop. And Lee reels it in. There are 2 outs. Runner on second. Drives one to right field. And with that, the White Sox add another victory to the win column. And that's going to do it, I guess. Hope you can join us tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Tim Kittro for my partner Jimmy Shorts saying so long, everyone.